Hello everybody, FuzzyTheCat here, and today I am going to be showcasing my very first LEGO MOC. Now, before I begin, I just want to state that this MOC has been significantly shortened from its original size. There is about 2 base plates on either side of the corners, and they weren't just working well. They were just falling off all the time because it's really hard to connect base plates and keep it that way unless it's like on a flat surface and you're not trying to transport it. But yeah, so this is the centerpiece and this is what I ended up keeping. I'm just going to go ahead and show you through the MOC. So we're going to go ahead and start with this corner, and in this corner there is a campfire. Now I really love this campfire. It's my second favorite thing of this MOC. I'm very pleased with it. I think I got the shaping quite nice, and I'm really proud of it, and I think I did a good job of it. As you can see, there's just a few logs scattered around. Obviously they're not attached to anything, but it just gives it that, extra detail. And the coolest part about the campfire itself is that right here I have integrated a light brick, and if you push on that, it looks like the whole fire is actually going because it's flickering, and I really like that. I really think that is cool. Above the fire, you just have a simple rod with a snake roasting. Now you can't actually move the rod, but you can move the snake because it's attached to a clip which is attached to the rod, and you can just move that around a little bit. So yeah, that's the campfire. Now over in this corner you have a cave. Now this cave was the most grueling process of this entire MOC because there were so many other versions of the cave before I actually got to this one. And it was a lot of trial and error, but in the end I'm really happy with the final result. I think it turned out nicely, and for a cave it looks pretty well. It looks pretty good. You can't really fit a minifigure inside of there, but you can if you squeeze them in there. In the back, this whole assembly just comes off as one, so it's really simple. It just fits on this row of 6 studs, and inside the cave you have a few little gold pieces. So I think that's really cool. Alright, so and then this thing just fits on really snug, just back on, and it really blends with the cave. So let's go on to this section. This is probably the smallest section of the entire thing. It's just a little anvil, and next to it is like a tool clip. The anvil is really simple to build. I tried not to press down all the pieces to make it look like, craftsmanship isn't exactly fully developed, so they don't really build everything perfectly and orderly. And yeah, so there's a gold stud and a brick symbolizing that whoever the smith is trying to make a new tool. Next to that is just a tool clip with 2 spears, one brown and one silver, and then there's a golden pickaxe. I'm just going to start with the cave woman over here. So this one is carrying a wooden tile, or brown tile, resembling wood, and she's obviously carrying it over to the campfire. And then over here we have a skeleton section. Now when I started with this I was like, maybe I should make a mammoth, that's pretty prehistoric. Then I realized, I don't have the pieces for that. So this is how it turned up. I don't know exactly what kind of animal this is supposed to be, but it looks kind of like a rib cage with the long tooth pieces kind of poking out and curving. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then behind that is my favorite section of the entire thing, the river. Now this river was pretty fun to build. As you can see, it stretches across the entire length of the base plate. Over here I'm just going to start from the one end to the other. Now this is kind of like a slanted thing because I wanted to give the illusion that this is coming from a higher area and now it's just going down into this flat river and this flat stream. So there's a bit of a rock formation with tiles slanted here and there and bricks, and yeah, so along this river right here you can see a little alligator head. Now I just simply took off the head piece of an alligator and just try to fit it under the foliage so it wouldn't move as much. And as you can see, this cave woman right here has a spear ready to strike the alligator. Along the river is a bunch of moss and foliage that I'm pretty happy with. I'm happy how it turned out. Over here is a really cool part. It's like a little water spout, I guess you could call it. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but it's a huge splash. It's trying to give the illusion that the water is like bursting and like exploding out of the water, and then, you know, it's just like in that motion. So yeah. And then along that, there's some more foliage. There's a little scorpion back there. And then covering the river is this huge tree. Now, I didn't want to just use like a regular Lego tree. First of all, because I don't have any. Second of all, because it would have, you know, it would have taken away from the look of the MOC. So I decided to make a huge tree. This was kind of difficult to build, but not too hard after I figured out the shaping. As you can see, the branches are kind of like curved. I didn't want them to be like straight out or straight down. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And over here we have some moss hanging off of the branch. And then over here is kind of funny, because I had no more of these angle bricks, so I decided to do an upside down thing. I had the bricks with the studs on top instead of it just being like a tube, so I decided to do upside down construction, and still got a pretty cool shape. It kind of flows with the tree. On top there's obviously some leaves, and yeah, so that is my Lego MOC. I really am happy with it. I like how it turned out, and I just think that for a first Lego MOC on a base plate, you know, holds scenario, I really enjoy it. It's kind of supposed to be like a tribal thing. I think I captured it, and I'm very pleased with it. And yeah, so that is my Lego MOC. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.